Hey Dub, this is Dave Desai. What in God's name did I wake up to today? The internet literally exploded and we need to talk about Jennie and V in Jeju and also the G-Dragon and Jennie thing and then fans being really mad at HYBE. So, hater or not, make sure you subscribe with the notification bell on, grab your dumpling, a teaspoon mug merch, and let's get into it. I think this is going to be the first video ever that is going to just be about one topic because there's so much to go over. For the longest time, V and Jennie have been rumored by shippers and just silly fun things like that. But of course, nothing is confirmed and none of these moments are ever taken by serious news sites, or it's just clear that the photos or the alleged evidence is photoshopped. But in this case of something that happened on the 23rd of May, people aren't sure if anything is photoshopped or not. So what happened? Apparently someone, it could have been a news site, I'm not entirely sure, but someone posted on their story a photo of Jennie and V allegedly driving in the same car on Jeju Island. The people who posted this also mentioned that it was likely a lookalike and could have been that. As if you looked online, you can literally see so many V lookalikes all around the world, and this is not surprising. And of course, you can also see Jennie lookalikes as well. Recently, both Jennie and V were at Jeju Island, so the rumors came a bit more believable as all the little details lined up. There were people who think that the photo is photoshopped, and this is likely too. They allegedly took moments of In the Soup where V was driving around with J-Hope and realized that V looks quite similar in that scene in their reality show. I react to this on my Patreon, by the way, link below. But if you compare how V looks in the screenshot with the alleged Jennie, basically saying that the Jennie was added and replaced J-Hope. And look, this is totally possible as the person who posted it didn't post a video. It was simply just a photo, which is definitely easier to manipulate. The post was quickly deleted after, but at that point, people were already spreading the photo and it had caught on to news sites and things like that. HYBE was recently under a scandal. BTS and Blackpink are preparing for a comeback. So there's just been a lot of significant amount of eyeballs on these people. So when anything that comes out that kind of feels somewhat real, people are going to spread and talk about it, even if it's not real. People were attacking Jennie and V online and they were getting some hate. I did see a lot of ARMY and Blinks come together to joke about it. And I think this is interesting because we see a lot of the toxic parts of the fandom online, but when moments like this where a big chunk of the fandom believes the two are dating now, they seem to be okay with it and are trying to stop the hate. This is wonderful. Not that they're being rumored to date, but just people accepting it if it were true. Now, the next part of what happened triggered me a little bit. And also, I was so curious how all this unfolded online while I was asleep. What the heck happened while I was sleeping? The K-pop world surely wasn't. But there quickly became a rumor of why this dating rumor occurred or who started it. The timing is a bit suspicious to some of the fandom. People started tweeting out saying that HYBE was using Jennie and V to cover up HYBE's scandal. If you aren't aware of the whole situation, it was alleged that HYBE's new or soon-to-be new girl group had an issue. One of the members was alleged and accused of serious bullying in school, to the point where news sites had alleged that the girl named Garam had a restraining order set in place since she was 12, alleging that the bullying that occurred was that severe. HYBE came out and denied this and said that they were looking into it, and soon they will be releasing their official statement on what is actually happening. They mentioned taking legal action, which may be why they haven't released any information yet, so let's keep those accusations or claims at bay until we know for sure, right? But this news got really big over the last few days and it kind of took over HYBE. And at any time you look up HYBE in the last few days, this came up. It became so big that allegedly some of the employees had come out and given a statement about how much they are disappointed and ashamed of working with HYBE. This is silly and dumb and likely made up. If HYBE has treated you well in the past, i.e. given you good food, there's always been talks of HYBE paying their people and their employees well. If all that was true, and several employees had come out and talked about that, and now those same employees are allegedly embarrassed to work for HYBE, employees are often the last to know something. In fact, sometimes the public knows it before the employees, and the employee only knows it because they read it on the news. It's so strange to go by what the public is saying when HYBE is probably saying internally and to the news that everyone needs to wait for the official statement. And what is being reported isn't true. So it's okay to not believe that, but you still have to wait for the official story before you make a judgment. That's just what people who have good judgment do. Fans were alleging that due to this scandal and controversy that HYBE caused this dating rumor between V and Jennie to occur to cover up the scandal. Now when you look up HYBE, you won't see the bullying, but that makes no sense because people people aren't looking up HYBE when they're curious about the dating scandal. They're looking up V and Jennie. If you search the company, you'll see the bullying scandal. And this is common practice in the music industry. Allegedly, fans accused YG of doing this. People often mention how every time there is a backlash between a YG issue, there's always a dating rumor that comes out shortly after. But this is just a conspiracy, because when a company does have a scandal, there are more eyeballs on them, and they're now under a microscope, meaning anything that they're trying to cover up is now more heavily magnified, which means if there was any dating, it would be found out. So the timing can seem weird, but it can just be how it works. And of course, people believe that HYBE took a page out of YG's handbook and decided to use V and Jennie to cover up the scandal. People even said that they're so mad at HYBE for this. Mind you, this hasn't been confirmed. It's not like HYBE came out and said, hey, we did this to cover it up. So it's a rumor. It's just so funny how the fandom, when it's a rumor with an idol, they'd say, oh my god, HYBE is going to sue you for spreading the rumor. But a rumor like this is okay, apparently, because there is literally no evidence of this. This is 100% just a conspiracy. Imagine if I made something up and then you take that information and you get so mad that you murder someone. That's how I feel sometimes with the fandom. Someone just makes something up and people get violently mad and they don't have any idea what the truth is. People were asking V and Jennie to both leave their label, as they claim that the two labels clearly don't care about V or Jennie's reputation and are willing to allegedly throw them under the bus to cover the company's scandal. However, how on earth is dating someone something that ruins their reputation? And you will see this comment everywhere online. People say that V and Jennie's reputation are now ruined over this. Glad to know that every single K-pop fan also won't date either, because your reputation is done if you do. You will never get a job if you date. Colleges will not let you in. Your life will be over. So good to know you hold yourself to those standards as well, and not just idols. But do you think V and Jennie will leave over this, or would want to? I don't think so. This doesn't really affect them. I think they both don't even care. Probably both sitting on a beach somewhere separately, drinking some margaritas, laughing at the death threats. V has responded to dating rumors in the past and was always very angry or apologetic for when it appears like he is dating. He was quick to respond to the Joanna and V dating rumor. He was quick to respond to accidentally following Jennie, but I feel like this time he did not respond quickly because it is fake and he thinks it's silly. YG, Jennie's label, did actually respond. They mentioned how they have no comment to make, which is interesting why they didn't just deny it. As you can tell, they don't care whether it's true or not. It's none of the label's business what the idols do in their free time. And if the label doesn't care, exactly why do so many people in the fandom care? So do you think V's response or lack of response is a response? And I think it's him basically saying it's fake. G-Dragon, who was formerly known or rumored to be dating Jennie, it was also reported right at this time that V and Jennie headline came out that G-Dragon and Jennie had recently broken up. Although the rumors were highly believed and mentioned by Dispatch that they were dating, YG never formally confirmed it. It still remained a rumor, and quite honestly, we never saw them photographed together after that. But allegedly, they were following each other on Instagram. Now it was reported right after the alleged rumors of V and Jennie that G-Dragon unfollowed Jennie from IG. But interestingly enough, he is not following anyone right now, and Jennie is not following anyone either, including the other Blackpink members. So it could have just been that he wanted to clean out his IG, and I for some reason really highly doubt that he was just following Jennie for the longest time and no one else. But people also believe that G-Dragon unfollowing Jennie was a sign that they were no longer together, but also a sign that maybe he knows Jennie has moved on, or that he has moved on, or a weird way to announce that they have indeed broken up. But this is all just a conspiracy. Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos, link down below. Thank you for this lovely comment right here. Love you. Bye.